2014 werd hij in één klap wereldberoemd. Conchita Wurst won toen het Eurovisie Songfestival met het nummer Rise Like a Phoenix. Zijn optreden als bebaarde diva maakte zoveel indruk dat hij werd uitgenodigd door de baas van de VN, Ban Ki-moon, meeliep op de rode loper bij de Golden Globes en optrad in een uitverkocht Sydney Opera House. Inmiddels is hij een wereldwijd boegbeeld van de LHBT-gemeenschap en dat begon allemaal 5 jaar geleden met deze overwinning.
Congratulations, Conchita, Austria.
Ja, Conchita Wurst, Jan. Oostenrijk heeft gewonnen.
Conchita, do you have any words at all?
This night is dedicated to everyone who believes in a future of peace and freedom. From the fading light of light, rise like a phoenix, out of the ashes seeking reden and vengeance, retribution you were one. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn. We rise up to the sky.
Do you revisit this moment in your head often?
No.
Never?
No, it's always, it's so, when I'm invited to shows like this, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
I see those pictures, I'm like, oh, you were flat there and sharp there, and that was not the right thing to say, and your hair was not.
Are you
that
serious?
good. Oh, yes.
Critical of yourself?
Of course I am. I'm an artist. But it was I mean, it was an overwhelming moment, and honestly, I don't have any remembering out through my own eyes.
No, it overwhelmed you.
Yes, definitely.
I can imagine. I mean, this is like the biggest show on earth. After that, what can you do to get a high like that?
Oh, you can't.
You can't beat this, right? This is.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It is such a huge show, and it's everything I've ever dreamt of, and this happened to me till this very day. It's just surreal. And yeah, it's kind of weird watching it.
It's like it's someone else.
Yes.
You realize, I mean, we love you, but we also hate you because we came in second, right? Because of you. We're allowing you to survive here at the table, but basically we're still mad.
Well, listen, the thing is, Calm After the Storm was such a massive hit. No radio station played Rise Like a Phoenix. Everybody played the common lineage. So you won, actually.
Commercially, we won.
So, yes.
You won. What you did in 2014 was groundbreaking. A bearded diva, unseen before on a podium this big. What kind of impact, I mean, the whole world saw it, but what kind of impact did it have on people, and what kind of reactions reached you? What did you hear mostly from people?
Well, I mean, the whole mood, especially in Austria, completely changed. Because when they announced that I will be representing Austria at the Eurovision Song Contest, everybody, there were petitions like against me or whatever, and the mood completely changed, and all of a sudden I was the hero of the country, which is nice, you know, I don't mind that. I basically what happened, I don't really pay too much attention to anybody's opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm very self-centered.
Were you always like that, or is that something you became after doing this?
I mean, it became more and more because I never really asked for permission to do anything. I always just wanted to fulfill my dreams. I always wanted to create my version of the best life that I could live. Mm-hmm. I wanted to look like that because I thought this is the most beautiful I can look. Mm-hmm. And this is the most beautiful I can look right now. So there are so many different things that I didn't do anything on purpose.
Okay, so you're an artist, and this is your performance art, and it's not necessarily depending on how other people feel about it or what they say about it. At the same time, growing up as a boy, a young man, feeling different than the area you grew up in, can you imagine for people who are going through the same thing, seeing someone like you on a stage like that they could be like, wow, I can be different and still succeed?
I can imagine that, but it's too big for me to emotionally understand. Because, people come up to me and say, like, you inspired me or whatever, and I always don't really find the words because there's not a tiny effort to do what I do. I'm just being myself, and it's the easiest thing for me to do. So that people come up to me and say like, oh, wow, you're so brave. No, I'm not brave. I'm just being me. I'm just being me.
That's not true, though,
It
is it?
is true. And it's so
brave
easy.
enough.
Yeah.
No, it's not bravery.
It's hard to be you. I mean, to be yourself. Like people say, whatever you do, be yourself. That's one of the hardest things that you can do.
Well, then I have to thank my parents. Because they raised me in a way where there was no doubt about it, that whatever you do, that's what you have to do. I mean, there are certain rules. Of course, you don't have to, you
Don't kill other
must not
people.
kill other people.
But if you want to be like this, great, go for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember my mother bringing me to kindergarten in a dress because I wanted to.
And how did
Because I
people in the
wanted to.
area react? What did people at
I
school?
couldn't care less.
What did your mother say?
Thinking. Well, my mother was waiting outside. So the legend says that my mother was waiting outside, and she was waiting for me to come out crying because everybody would, say bad things about it. But it would not come out because whatever.
That's a great gift if your parents can give you that kind of independence of mind and spirit. To say, fuck off.
It is, and I mean, I say it like this because there's no other way I can live my life. Mm-hmm. There are some moments of insecurity, of course, because society told us the way we should feel and think, and that the opinion of others is sometimes more important than our own, which is just not true. But I'm so thankful that in my inner core, I know that I have to make myself happy. And I think that I achieved
And that's
that
stronger than those minor insecurities that you could have. Yeah.
Definitely.
People, it's normal human behavior to put labels on things.
Yeah.
It makes it clear for us who we're dealing with. You're not someone, in being an artist, who wants to be labeled. You looked a certain way during the Eurovision Song Festival. Now you look completely different. Was it difficult for you that people were like, but you're the woman with a beard. You have to stay like that. You can't get out of that label.
Well, it was not different. I mean, it was not difficult for me because, again, there are two opinions in my world, my own and the wrong one. So I'm totally...
My own and the wrong one. I have to remember this one. That's great.
So it was not difficult, but it was... I get it. I get it. But it's so funny to me because at the beginning, everybody's like, you have to shave. If you want to be a drag, you have to shave, and I did not. So everybody got used to it. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I'm not wearing a wig and a dress, and everybody, you have to wear a wig
because
and a
that
dress.
was your big success.
And I'm like, no.
Okay, the main question is, did you kill Conchita?
Oh, no, I did not.
Where is she?
I have no idea.
She's gone. She's on vacation. She's been on vacation for years.
I have no idea. There are some shoes missing, and I have no idea where she is.
She's goners. Okay, she had too much pressure. We're going to have a look at your new music, your new video clip, completely different than Conchita. Let's have a look.
Hit me with your bull and don't dare to pull back. Hit me with the blame you made up in your head. Hit me with regret. I am me. You know you. I know my mind. So do you. I gave you my heart. It's you too. Inside and outside. I'm bruised. You tested me.
What caused this creative evolution? What was the driving force behind this change?
I got bored. I got so bored. I was stuck in this diva, Celine Dion-esque figure, and I always wanted to be Celine Dion. And then, I'm like, okay, check, done. No, I mean,
Have you met her yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh my God, how was that?
It was fabulous. I love Celine Dion. She's a very interesting person. So every word you say, she would have a song that she would sing to you. So I said to her, you look unbelievable. And she said, oh, unbelievable.
Oh my God, she's like a living musical.
Singing the whole time, like, I would really love to talk. No, we are singing? Okay. So, yeah, she was...
Does she love you too?
So nice.
Is it mutual?
Well, she said, yeah. She said, keep up the good work. Okay.
That's a good thing.
I think she knows me. Yeah. So now, yeah, it was very nice to meet her. But yeah, so that what was happened.
You were bored. You'd had enough.
Yes, I did it. I every day was, the same with the pretty hair and I mean, it was beautiful, but I have to evolve. I have to entertain myself.
And if we're looking at the person inside Tom, you, Would you say that the new version we're seeing here and the music you're making here, is it closer to who you are than baby Conchita was for her performance? Yeah?
But I think, that's just life. Back in the day, when I performed as Conchita in a dress and stuff, that was the version that I was feeling. That was the person that I wanted to be, because with all the makeup and stuff, you're a little bit stronger. You dare a little bit more. Because, you have, like, the masquerade and all that stuff.
I saw in the documentary about you that you have, you created her, basically, to keep the person, Tom, private and away from being on stage. That's something for your friends or intimate relationships. And on stage, you can put on this persona and be someone completely different.
Yeah. I mean, back then, that was what I felt it is. And it definitely was a little bit like that. But it was always a disguise, and it was always just a version of me. And I think if you limit yourself, you can only go that far. Not only in terms of being successful, but also with people. I think if you limit yourself and if you just give pieces of you, which is totally fine, I think you stay on the surface a little bit.
Of course.
And I think
it's more vulnerable to be more of yourself, but you probably get more back when you do that.
Exactly.
One of the effects of being so famous on a world stage and being who you are is that you are able to visit New York, 50 years Pride, to be an ambassador, to be treated like a VIP there because you're an ambassador. Is that important for you, things like that?
It is important for me. Being in New York and standing at the Stonewall Inn, it was important for me as a private person and as a gay man, as a member of the LGBTIQ community, to be there where everything started. The rest is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to be famous. It's fun. It is fun. Don't get me wrong, I really like all that
Sure, that's the fun stuff.
Glitz, what's going on.
Yeah.
Because of that, as you said, I'm able to have so many intense moments and precious memories that I will never forget. And so I'm really thankful for everything.
And being at Stonewall, what was the feeling you had there?
It was. I thought I would never have the right words because I'm basically too young. What it meant to grow up in that era and what it meant to be at the right or just standing up. I grew up in a society where being gay was quite accepted, and we've come a long way. So
gratitude, basically, when you were there.
Yes, definitely.
What will be the next big project?
I have no idea.
You have a question for her. You told me before.
Oh, yes, I do. Well, there is a bit. So, here's the thing. We talked about the common linens before. So, there will
I'm
be
going to
the
kill you later. You know that.
Congratulations. You won.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Right now, the question.
so the thing is, I would really love to host a show with you. Can we make that happen?
Oh, my God.
I can learn
All we
that.
can
I
do
can
is
learn
pray.
that.
Yes, of course. I would love to do it with
Let's
you, too.
do it.
Let's
Costume
pray.
changes.
Oh, my goodness. I have to start losing weight now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Morgen neemt Conchita Wurst plaats in de jury van de Canal Parade en hij treedt op bij het officiële eindfeest van Pride Amsterdam. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ornold Maas, Ellie List en ik van de Westerlaken over het Canal Parade. De wereldberoemde bootparade van de Pride. Ellie en Rick zijn morgen, net als vorig jaar, de presentatoren.
Ik heb nooit Barbie-poppen gehad. Rick, jij wel, denk ik.